What's poppin'? It's your girl YeJin Hong, YeJin__HONG. You can find me on all social medias: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud. All of it is the same. Shout out to Popparotz TV for having me here. You know what I'm saying? It's the K-Trap Princess. If you don't know, now you know. Sorry, now.
What's up, world? It's your girl, Red Remedy. Right now, you tuned into Popparotz TV, and I have a very special guest with me, Miss YeJin Hong. What's up?
Say my name right.
Yes, said it right. Get it tight. That's
Right.
right. You representing K-Trap, so
That's
that's
a fact.
different. Let us know how you got involved into hip hop and what inspires you to, put out your recent project. Don't judge me.
Wow, that's a lot. Woo! Okay, where do I start? K-Trap is a combination of Korean pop, which is K-pop,
Okay.
and trap music, which is obviously, from America.
Right.
They don't really have too much trap music in Korea, so
Okay.
I'm trying to incorporate the K-pop with the trap music because, that fan base, Koreans, they're like really big on hip hop. They love this shit.
For sure.
They be looking and dressing like us and doing all the stuff. So I know my culture would totally vibe off of the whole K-Trap thing.
Right.
You asked me how did I started in hip
Right,
hop. What a lot of people don't know is I actually have my stripes. Like,
Okay.
I started in hip hop working at Bad Boy
Nice.
back in 2009, and I was with them for almost 7 years.
Wow.
Between Ciroc, I was started off as a stylist with Sean John. Then I did marketing, for Diddy's Blue Flame agency. So I've bounced around, within the company of Bad Boy, and whoever starts
Lit.
with Puff, right? Whoever starts with Puff,
lit.
pretty much got it.
Right, facts.
So that's how I started. But I've been always singing and doing music, playing instruments, church, choirs,
Nice.
all of that, my whole life. So it's about time.
And what was the response that you got from the K-pop community? Did they welcome the collaboration of putting together the trap and the K-pop?
You're asking the great questions right now. It's crazy because when I started recording music, it was all like R&B, hip hop.
Nice.
And then after like 5 or 6 years, I started recording in Atlanta when I moved to Atlanta. After like 5 or 6 years, and I moved back to New York, I kind of got more in tune with my Korean side. I'm half black and half Korean.
Dope.
So I got more in tune with my Korean side, and I knew that I wanted to represent the Koreans as well as the Blazers because
Blazers, represent.
right, we don't have that many
Representatives.
right. We don't have that many
those
people.
images.
Like there are a lot of Blasians in the industry, but they're not in the forefront.
Identifying
Right,
as
they're
such,
not
right.
helping.
Uplift others.
Yeah, like we didn't have anybody
Right.
in the '90s for me to look up to besides Kimura. But Kimura, that was a different. She's a model. She had to
Right.
be a
Facts,
certain
facts.
way. So as far as personality, how you want to be, you're proud of yourself, your
Right.
individuality. Like we didn't have none of that,
Right.
So I always knew because it was a struggle growing up in an
Yep.
interracial
Right,
household.
Trust me, I know. And in the schools as well.
What?
In
Yo, I
the
used to
schools as well.
people never understand me when I
Yep.
say I always used to get made fun of. Like still to this day I still get made fun of.
Yep.
Like, oh, you so pretty. No, like people are mean. Like
Right, yeah,
I always
facts,
used to get made fun
facts.
of. So it was hard for me. Like I had a little bit of identity crisis, but
I could definitely relate.
the music,
my long sister.
right? The music helped me kind of
Right,
get
like
into my
overcome
own,
that, yeah, facts.
get confidence
That's dope. That's
with
dope.
my own self and my swagger, and
Swag
then
on point, by the way.
Okay.
You got the Supreme on.
And
got all the Jordans if you don't know.
if you don't know,
Right? Talk about
But
it.
what I noticed though in the Korean community is that they're very shy. It's not a thing in
It's the culture.
It's the
fact.
culture in
Mhm.
Asia. Period.
Right.
They're not outgoing. They're not outward. They're
It's
not
more like humble.
right. So in the last 10 years, that dynamic, Westernization, has changed.
Right.
It's now more prevalent over there.
Wow.
I just came back from Korea.
Oh, nice.
I was in Korea for the whole month of September, so
Wow.
when I went there and I had my performances, I performed twice in 2 different clubs in Korea.
Lit. That's
so that was like my first way of feeling the vibe, seeing how y'all
like
deal
how you
with
respond to it.
Right, how you respond to the K-Trap, and they loved it.
Of
like
course they
I
did.
haven't been able to put out the footage yet because I want to make
dope.
sure that it's all on point.
Right.
But they loved it. Like the feedback that I got from them put me in the mindset that I needed to be, so that when I came back from Korea,
Right.
I literally just put the mixtape together in the whole month of October, and I dropped it on the 31st.
That's dope.
So.
And it's out.
It's
the
out
mixtape
now.
is out, so make sure y'all go.
Don't
tell
judge
us where
me.
we could. Don't judge me. Tell us where we could follow it, where we could find it. Stay in tune with you, what you got coming out, your next performances, things like
Yes, girl. It's on all streaming outlets.
Okay.
It's on Apple,
Music,
iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, Amazon, Deezer, YouTube Music, Pandora, Shazam. I could keep going. Shazam.
Right.
There's a lot of outlets, you know, globally.
So whichever one you have, you make sure you go check it out. It's there, available for you, right?
Yeah, it's available on all those places. And if you don't have no streaming service, it's on YouTube, so it's free. It's on SoundCloud, so it's free.
But how was Korea? Tell us about that. Like, how
Korea was amazing. I haven't been there since I was about 7.
Wow.
And it's completely transformed. Like the city of Seoul is pretty much compatible with New York City.
Wow.
As far as the culture, as far as transportation, as far as restaurants, food, street fairs, like literally everything. Clubs. Oh, forget about the club. The club scene in Seoul, Korea. Nah, word to everything. The club scene in Seoul, Korea is 40 times better than New York City. And they try to 40 times, like
40 days,
and they
40
try to say that
nights.
New York is New York is the you know, where the mecca of
best,
clubs.
the best clubs.
But
No. I would disagree totally. New York is whack for clubbing because they be so hot to Diddy.
Right.
Like
Nobody has fun anymore.
No, because they wanna like, yo, they be too pressed. Y'all need to chill out. Bouncers, I'm talking to you. 'Cause you be going hard, you be going in. But I want to keep talking to you. But before we continue to hear more about the project, you got some videos that you put out. So let's get into one of your videos.
Facts.
If you could introduce your video, and so that we could do that real quick, and then we chop it back up.
So this first video is called Too Late. It's the second song on the Don't Judge Me mixtape.
Okay.
We filmed it in the Bronx, actually. In the Bronx,
nice.
in
BX,
Harlem,
what up?
in like Long Island, and it's shot by Travis the Professional. Shout out to the homie.
Nice.
And I directed it, so it's on YouTube. It's available, but yeah, facts. I direct everything, write everything,
she do everything,
sing everything, compose everything. Shout out to Popparotz TV, because you know that's why we here.
Right.
And
TV.